really release that big of a notice today that I was streaming, so I don't expect there to be a lot of people in here, but maybe a couple will stop in every now and again and say hi, so that'll be fun. I'm kind of holding my phone, so sorry if it moves a little bit. I'm trying to make sure I hold it still, obviously. See, I think I said yesterday that I was going to do 20 questions, or maybe not 20. I don't know. I've always wondered why it has to be 20. Like, why not 30? That's a side point. But either way, I'm going to pull up some questions because I remember thinking that would be fun yesterday. And obviously, if anyone comes in here and they want to ask me a question, I'm more than happy to answer it. It's kind of just a slow weeknight, so I guess I don't expect there to be too much craziness in here. Hopefully no crazy conspiracy theorists like there was yesterday. Like, keep it calm in the chat, people. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Maybe I should have pulled this up before I started, but I also figured it would be kind of dead in here initially, so I was taking my time with it. I figured this would be quick and easy to find online, but giving me a run for my money here. Okay. We're just gonna go with what Google gave me at the top here. Gave me like a series of different questions. Let's see. What's your favorite way to celebrate something? Ooh. Probably just, if I had to pick a favorite way to celebrate something, probably just like being lazy, honestly, like getting to take time to myself and not really do anything else. Oh, hi, Midnight. Thanks for saying hi. I'm just reading some random questions on my computer here to kind of get the conversation going. So if you feel like asking any questions of your own, feel free to add in, or if you feel like answering any of them too, I'm totally fine with that as well. Let's see. What's the weirdest food combination you enjoy? I feel like... thank you. There's a kitty. Well, if she will let me show it. There you are. Miss Fuzzball. That's not actually her name, but I like to call her that because she's very fuzzy. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was answering what my weirdest food combination is that I like. I don't know. I don't feel like I like any weird combinations. Like, I like pickles, and some people think that's weird. Like, pickles are a very, what is the word? Polarizing thing. Like, some people either love pickles or you hate pickles. It's like there's no in between. I can't think of a weird one. I guess that's it. I like some weird stuff. Pickles are fun. Hi. Hi, everyone. Honestly, I don't know Portuguese. I wish I did. That would be cool. Oh, thank you, Malak. I appreciate it. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, sorry, my cat's moving my arm. A little fuzzball. Let's see here. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I feel like I used to be more of a night owl, but I'm definitely more of a morning person. Where am I from? I'm from Oregon. Where are you from? From the U.S., specifically Oregon. It's like on the west coast of the U.S. Yeah. But I feel like I used to be a night owl when I was younger, and I'm definitely much more of like a morning person. If I ever rode a horse, I have briefly. To be honest with you, okay, horses are really cool, but they kind of scare me with how large they are. But like, I still respect them a lot. I just kind of prefer to respect them from a distance because they're huge and it's intimidating. But no, I definitely I love animals. Even little furry ones that keep sitting on my lap and won't leave me be. Canada, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Honestly, yeah, I'm really not a definitely. Oh, I got it's like summer and she is shedding and it's getting on my face. But yeah, that's really cool. Riding for 4 years, you probably know how to ride a lot better than I do. I've only ridden like a couple times in my life. So I'm not really like a super experienced horse rider, unfortunately. Okay, Miss Kitty, you're gonna have to get down. I know you don't like it. She always nibbles at me whenever I kick her off my lap. I mean, I don't literally kick her, you get what I'm saying? I like pick her up and set her off my lap, but she's never happy about it. She's always like nibbling on me. But yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, I feel like everyone needs like a good hobby. You know, for some people it's riding horses or it's other sports or reading or music or just whatever it is. I feel like it's really good and important to have something extra in your life that you do in your free time. And let's see. What's your favorite way to spend a free afternoon? Ooh, probably hanging out with my dog. What's my hobby? Let's see. I really like to write. I like to read as well. I love to listen to music. I like to go out like for walks with my dog. I don't know if that could be considered a hobby, but I feel like I do it often enough that it should be. Like I definitely like hanging out with her. Um, I guess that's pretty much it. I feel like I wish I had more hobbies, I guess, but to be fair, that's kind of enough. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. What's one thing you've always wanted to learn? I feel like I've always wanted to learn sign language. I've never taken the time to actually do it. I should though, in all honesty, and every time I think about it, I always think that I should because yeah, I work in customer service and sometimes I'll have to help people that are deaf and I just feel like it'd be so much easier if I could just sign to them real quick, you know? And a lot of the deaf people are always so nice, and I just always feel bad having to make them like write out what they want or like point to stuff. Like, I feel like it would just be able to make their lives a lot more convenient. What have you ever done in your life that you will never do again? Oof. Probably drinking really heavy. Like, I'm 26, and when I was 21, I went out to the bar, and I definitely had too many drinks for my 21st birthday, and that was not a fun hangover the next day. So I learned my lesson, and yeah, so I'm not the hugest drinker. I might have like a single drink or maybe two, but I'm not like a person that likes to get really drunk just because I don't like the after effect. Yeah, right? It's a good one, I guess. Let's see. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Hmm. Maybe to pick my arguments. I feel like that's definitely a good one. Because I feel like when I was younger, I would argue about anything and everything. And now I understand that I have to conserve my energy, so I like pick and choose what I'm going to be argumentative over. Let's see. If you got to choose your name, what would it be and why? I would probably pick, ooh, what's your favorite color? Um, let's see. Not pink, even though I know that sounds funny because my hair is literally neon pink, but I really don't feel like I have a favorite color. Like I feel like I've kind of like gone through liking different colors. Like I used to always say my favorite color was like blue and then it was green and I don't know, I don't really know. I like all the colors in all honesty. I don't really have like a selected favorite, I guess. Kind of changes. I like bright colors, I know that. But I guess that's kind of apparent already. But if I got to choose my name, I feel like I would choose same. That's funny. Yeah. Like it's always hard. It's like when someone asks me what my absolute favorite genre of music is. Cause like I like all different, sorry, I'm like moving my phone all over the place. My arm is getting tired. I like all different genres of music. So it's hard for me to specifically pick like, oh, I like this one the most or this one the most. Like I know I listen to a lot of like rap and rock and a lot of like subgenres. What was your favorite job? I don't know. Honestly, that's a hard one right there. I like, I've worked, oh, your dream job, my dream job. Probably like author. Like, I feel like it would be awesome just to be someone who could make a really good living writing books or something like that. What's yours? Because, yeah, honestly, I feel like that would be mine. Most definitely. I love writing. I love thinking of crazy stories. It'd be fun to just make money off that. A vet. That's awesome. That's a really good one. I'm too squeamish for that because I just can't handle blood. Like, is my problem. And I know if an animal came in bleeding, I'd probably faint. So I would be a really bad vet. But no, that's awesome though. If you love them enough and you're not squeamish like me and you're able to handle it, good for you, honestly. That's awesome. Like, see, when you were a kid, what name did you give your favorite toy or stuffed animal? I had, or I still have it actually. I got this like horse when I was 8 and I named it Rainbow. And that was like my best friend when I was 8. Was that little rainbow horse. I love that thing. But yeah, I honestly, stuffed animals, I still like them. I know I'm older and an adult, so I probably shouldn't, but I still do. Like, stuffed animals are just, they're cool. It's fun to collect some different ones, especially all like the different like Squishmallow ones. I'm not like a person that has like a room full of them. I think I only have like probably 3 or 4 in total, but the ones I have I like. um, I have to go. No, that's totally good. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or morning. Thank you for stopping in and talking to me. I do appreciate it. Have a good night, midnight. Let's see. Who do you think will be on oldies radio in 30 years? That's a funny one to think about. Probably like all the stuff that's popular now, right? Like, yeah, honestly. Or like Rihanna, or like, I feel like early 2000s stuff, because that's already kind of old. So those people will be oldies in 30 years. I'm not good at math. I think that makes sense. So I changed my answer on that actually. It's gonna be like early 2000s, like popular pop and hip hop. Like you're gonna tune into the oldies radio in 30 years, and it's gonna be like Rihanna and Drake. Like, because I mean, all those people now, they're older than me. What, they're like 40 probably, I'm guessing? So yeah, 40, 50, 60, 70. That absolutely makes sense. Okay, next question. I'm overthinking these, I swear. Like, see, if you were famous, what would your stage name be? That's an interesting one. I've always figured that I would try to make sure it's something like simple and like, oh, there's a hair on my, okay, there we go. There we go. I knew there was something touching my face. I couldn't tell what it was. It was my own hair. Okay. It would be something easy to pronounce if I had a stage name, because I wouldn't want my stage name, I wouldn't want people to have a hard time pronouncing it. I feel like if you're famous and you have a stage name, it should be something that you can look at and you can immediately, like, you know how to say it. It's easily pronounceable. It's not something that you look at and you're like, how, huh? How do you say that? Like, not one of those. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm going over some like questions on my computer basically. If you feel like asking any questions, you can totally feel free to. But Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going down the list of the questions I got here. What's the one item you can't live without? Water. Okay, that's literal. Everyone can't live with water, right? If I were to take that less literally, I don't know, my phone. That's basic though, because everyone says that. What's one thing I could not live? Sugar. I like sugar. I'm a sugar addict. I can't help it. I love sugar. I love candy. I have sweet tea sitting right next to me. Probably should have water, but I have sweet tea. Bad life decisions. Yay. What is your favorite line from any movie? I don't know. Are there people out there who actually have that? I guess if you're into movies more, huh? I'm not someone who watches movies all the time. Like, I'm not a big movie watcher. So I don't really have, like, I don't have a line in a movie that I think of and I'm like, oh, that's the line. Like, that's not a thing with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm, like, the odd one out. Like, if any of you have a favorite movie line, let me know, because that's actually kind of interesting and I like to know why. Let's see. Sorry about that. My phone's pinging. It's my little notification sound. Let's see. If you could attend any celebrity wedding, which would it be? None. I don't like weddings. They're overly formal. I don't want to have to. No. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of weddings to begin with. I wouldn't want to attend a celebrity wedding. What was your kindergarten teacher like? My kindergarten teacher, one of the only memories I have from kindergarten, okay, actually, that's a lie, I have a couple, but one of the only ones I really have pertaining to my kindergarten teacher was she was helping us bake gingerbread men. I think it was like near Christmas or something, or near the holidays. And she like helped us bake. She was so cute. She had us bake these gingerbread men, and then the next day for class when we came in, and in retrospect, I know what she did, but like she like went after us and like bent the legs and bent the arms and like made the gingerbread men look like they were like walking off of the baking mat, and then she told us that they were coming to life. I guess that's the kind of stuff you get to do when you work with 5-year-olds all day. Honestly. I don't know. I'm aware that like teaching is a really hard job, but I've always kind of thought that teaching like 5-year-olds would be kind of fun, at least, right? Because you're not teaching algebra, you don't gotta teach any really complicated subject or anything. I mean, you still have to teach them stuff, but I don't know. It just seems funner. Or more fun, sorry. Let's see. Is a hot dog a sandwich? That's a good question. I could go over that. Dude, I say it is. I say it is. Well, see, that's why it's almost like asking the question of like the chicken or the egg, in that it's unanswerable. I don't know. Like I feel like it depends on when you ask me. There are some times where I feel like I'm going to say yes, and sometimes where I feel like I'm going to say no. Because when you think about it, what is a sandwich? You have bread on the outside. You have like meat, or if you're vegan like me, you have fake meat. You have meat on the inside of it, right? So like, that's what a hot dog is. That's literally what a hot dog is. But it just doesn't feel right saying that it's a fucking sandwich. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel right. I can't articulate to you why. It just feels wrong saying that a hot dog is a sandwich, but logically it does seem correct. Moving on. What's the next question? Have you ever seen a ghost, and where? Ooh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to answer that, but I'm going to go to the next question because that one just made me excited because it's quick and easy to answer and I have a definitive answer for it. Which is the best Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor? It's fish food. You know, the fish with like the pH. It says fish with pH and then food, that one. That is the best Ben & Jerry's flavor. It's chocolate and it has these little like fish food pieces in it, like these like little like chocolate fishes. And I think there's caramel in there, and there's also marshmallows, and they have a vegan version and like a normal dairy version. It's amazing. It's really good. if you haven't tried it and you're not like allergic to sugar, you should try it because it's really good. Okay. Also, if you don't like chocolate, you won't like it. Moving on. Have you ever seen a ghost and where? Yes, I believe that I grew up. Sorry, my like face is itching. My hair keeps getting in my face. It's driving me crazy. I gotta like put it in a hair tie next time or something. I don't know. But like I feel like I definitely have seen a ghost. Like I feel like I did grow up in kind of a haunted house when I was a little kid. That could be its own video in and of itself, and I have like less than 10 minutes until I'm gonna go. If you're unfamiliar with the last one I did of these, I kept it to 30 minutes. I usually do that just when the chat is really slow, if there's like not much going on in here. And I kind of figure for these first few streams I'm going to do, there's probably not going to be much going on. I'm going to try to make sure to give a better notice for the next one of these I do, like a full day in advance. That way people can, like, actually know, you know? And then ideally, it'll be a little more active, and perhaps I'll do longer than 30 minutes. But for the time being, I'm just keeping these to 30 minutes because it just kind of seems like it makes sense. I also feel like I'm kind of all talked out after the 30 minutes because I kind of ramble and rant a lot throughout these streams. I don't like dead air. I always try to make sure I'm filling it in some way. Let's see. How many languages can you say hello in? That's actually kind of a good one. 3? 3. Counting English. If you're not counting my first language, then just 2. What was your first email address? How am I supposed to remember that? I feel like that's more of like a memory question. Like they're trying to test me on my memory than anything else. Like you expect me to remember what my first email was? Homie, I think I made my first email when I was like 8 years old. I'm not gonna remember that. No way. Which celebrity do you think you look like? I don't think I look like any celebrity, but my grandmother would always say growing up that I looked like Hepburn, Audrey Hepburn, I think is her name. So I guess that's my closest answer there. Jeez, I just added a T to that for some reason. That was nice. Okay. If you could only subscribe to one YouTube channel for the rest of your life, what would you choose? That is a very stressful question. The rest of my life, I wouldn't want to watch just a single YouTube channel on YouTube for the rest of my life. No. That would be torture. I would not want that. I opt out. At that point, YouTube's dead to me and I'm just not watching it if I can only watch one person. Like, nah. Let's see. What's the weirdest gift you've ever received? I feel like I've definitely received something weird. I just have to think of it. The weirdest gift. You know what? I can't think of anything. That's messed up. It'll come to me when I end the stream watch. Something really weird will pop up in my head. I'll be like, why didn't I say that? But oh well. Not today, I guess. What is one thing you'll never do again? Wait, I think I already read that. That's like a copy one in here. Wow, they're cheating. They're cheating. They're adding the same questions in here. I answered that one earlier. Can you fold a fitted sheet by yourself? No, I roll those things. Can I be honest? I just roll those. I fold it in half, maybe fold it in half a second time, and then I roll it the rest of the way. I don't think that's correct. I'm sure there's a better way you're supposed to do it. I just don't know how. Those things are frustrating, man. If you spend more than like 30 seconds trying to fold a fitted sheet, you're going to put yourself in a bad mood. I'm just saying. It's inevitable. Is soup something you eat or drink? This is like the hot dog question. Is soup something you eat or drink? It depends on the soup, because some soups are thick and you can't drink them. Like a soup with noodles and, I don't know, big old chunks of carrots. You can't drink that can drink the broth, but not the whole soup. But if it's like tomato soup, then yes. There. That's an accurate answer. You're welcome. I fixed that problem for us. Why is there so many food questions on here? This is not a food question list, by the way. But this is the next question. Does round or square pizza taste better? I've never had a square pizza, homie. How am I supposed to know that? I don't eat square pizzas. I've never had a square pizza. That sounds weird to say, but like I've never been presented with the opportunity. I've just never had one before. Would you rather have hands? Okay, these are getting ridiculous. I'm skipping that one. That's ridiculous. Which do you prefer, talking on the phone or texting? Texting. I feel like that's most people. Who prefers talking? Unless you're like 50 and above. Like, older people like talking on the phone. I feel like if you are like my age and younger, you're like wanting to just text. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's the way that I feel about it, at least. If you could be best friends with a character in any animated show, which would you choose? Most cartoon characters would probably get annoying if you had to deal with them in real life, like very quickly. So I don't want, again, I don't want any of them, bro. Like, no. If you're a fruit, again, with the food, I'm skipping it. Too many food questions in here. What's the funniest insult you can come up with? Something that would be highly inappropriate that I don't feel like saying on YouTube. So we're skipping that one. What is something that is popular now but will all probably be embarrassed by years from now? Everything? Isn't that just everything? Like every 30 years or 20 to 30 years, people look back upon cringe, upon they're just gonna be cringing about it is what I'm trying to say. Like no matter what it is. Like people will probably look back on the fact that people colored their hair brightly like mine and cringe. People will probably look back on, I don't freaking know. People probably look back on my nails and cringe with people having long nails. Like there's so many fashion trends that in 20 years people are gonna act like they were the cringiest thing ever. That's just how humans are. We love to look on the past and cringe at it and act like we're better than it, when oftentimes we're not, but whatever. What's the strangest thing in your fridge? What is up with some people, bro? What do you guys have hiding in your fridges? I just have food in there. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I keep food in my fridge. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed the memo. Am I supposed to be keeping something else in there? If you were a shoe, would you be the left or right foot? How on earth am I supposed to answer that? I'm skipping that. Which SpongeBob character would you choose to live with and why? Probably Squidward, because he would just mind his own business, I feel like, and leave you alone. Like, I don't know. Seems like the most peaceful to live with, because he just want you to leave him alone, and you could do your own thing, and it wouldn't be a problem. So there you go. Do you have any secret tattoos? No, I don't have any secret tattoo. What does it mean by secret? Does that mean something that you don't tell other people about? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? If I tell you, then it's no longer a secret tattoo. Whatever. What's an Olympic sport that doesn't exist but should? A lot of things. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. Would you rather live for the rest of your life in total sunlight or total darkness? What's up with these all or nothing questions? There's a lot of food questions on this list and then a lot of all or nothing questions. I don't want to live in total sunlight or total darkness. Can I please be normal and have both? Is that allowed? Why do I have to consider this possibility of only having one or the other? What's something you only do when you're bored? Snack in excess, right? Sit there and finish a whole bag of chips just because you got nothing better to do. At least that's me. Usually if I'm busy enough, I don't have time to sit around and do that. That's all I'm saying. Have you ever spotted anything weird in someone else's home? Yes, but I at least have the common sense to not talk about it. Like if I do find something weird, you know? Obviously, unless it's like, if it's weird, like, illegal or something, clearly I'm gonna say something. Like, if I find like a corpse in your backyard, I'm not just gonna leave and act like everything's good. But, yeah. Okay, well, I guess we hit the 30-minute mark. I'm probably gonna head out. I'll make sure to do a community post about a day ahead of time when I plan on doing another one of these. So if you wanted to catch the next one of these, just keep an eye on my community posts. Um, Probably not tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be streaming tomorrow. I know that at least. So, yeah. I hope everyone has a good day or night, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I will talk to you all later. Bye. Things always take a minute to stop.